right, we are here for week 8, and guess who we are joined by? Brady Nelson. Finally, Josh has bullied him into joining. Nelson's got his child to sleep, so we'll try not to be too loud for the baby on the floor right now.
We got headphones and we're good.
Huh?
I got headphones and we're good.
Good. So, Josh and Brady are here. This is following Josh's very unfortunate Vikings game. Josh, since we're recording this on a Thursday night, late night pod. Let's hear your thoughts on that Vikings game.
Um, well, I did not get to watch all of it. Was watching a Hanson Beaver football game. Upset
Happy
playoff
birthday, Jacob
victory.
Giles, you chode.
What?
Happy birthday, Jacob Giles.
Oh, yep. It was a birthday victory for him, but I watched a little bit of it and kind of went as expected. As you can see, I picked the Chargers. Offensive line's still pretty god awful, but I want Carson Wentz off my team. That guy is absolutely terrible. Yeah, it's about all you can say.
Yeah, who would you, besides if you didn't have JJ or Max Brosmer, who would you want as your quarterback too?
You can probably name about any backup quarterback in the fucking league.
I think Jameis would be fun.
Jameis would
Jameis
be
would be
fun on the
fun.
team. He's
I've
being
seen Nick
absolutely,
Mullins do a lot better.
Uh, to be fair, though, I pretty much want Jameis anywhere other than the Giants.
yeah, Jameis is being absolutely wasted on the bench right now, and it's kind of annoying, but
I think
uh,
Anthony Edwards would probably do better.
probably football boy. He
Couldn't
probably
do
would
worse.
do. So yeah, we won't talk too much about that game. It wasn't a very entertaining game. Chargers kind of stomped them the whole game from what I saw. But we'll move on from that and we'll go into the Chargers, or not the Chargers, the Bengals and Jets. This is probably the most we're ever going to see anyone pick the Bengals in a week, besides maybe like week 1 when Burrow was healthy. But Cooper, trying to climb out of the cellar, but also a Jets fan. He picks the Jets. He's the only one to pick the Jets this week. I can't lie.
Same.
I kind of feel like picking the Bengals for my survivor, but also I feel like that's way too ballsy to do because I could see the Bengals just blowing this game also. So I don't know. The Jets just look horrible though, and then you got the problems with Woody and James or Justin Fields out there just shitting on his quarterback. What kind of GM does that?
He's an owner, not a GM.
Their owner, yeah.
A
Someone who
shitty
clearly
one.
can't be fired for being shitty.
Yeah, say a shitty owner, and he knows nothing. Actually, I take that back.
Yeah, I don't know. It's pretty tough, but Bengals looked a lot better with Flacco at quarterback, or they've looked a lot better with him than Jake Browning. Plus, they're coming off 10 days rest, so I'm assuming that's why most people pick them, and just the fact that they're playing the New York Jets, who are the worst team in football this year. Um, entertaining game next, though. If Lamar plays, a lot of people are going Ravens. I know Brady said he's going Bears if Lamar doesn't play. It's looking like Lamar will play, though. So, Brady, explain your pick.
Uh, I'm not. I don't think the Ravens are a bad enough team to fall to 1-7. Because if they do that, they can pretty well pack it in for the season. They can't make any sort of a run after that. This is probably one of the easiest games left on their schedule outside of the Browns later in the year.
Do you think them getting rid of the games in the locker room is a good thing, and then will help them?
No, because
No,
they got rid of them before the Texans game, didn't they? Then they got stomped.
no, I'm pretty sure it was
I think
this
it
Or
was
was
week,
it?
wasn't it?
after.
Yeah.
I thought they'd had them out
I
for at
think
least
that
a week
was,
already.
I think I had seen that on TV. Like that was after that loss, like this upcoming week, they took them out for.
Mm-hmm. Took
See, I
out the
thought
ping
that
pong table.
I don't know. I remember when Miami took the ping pong tables out and then still got their teeth
Well,
kicked in.
Miami, there's no fixing Miami. Devon Achane's the only player worth a shit on that team, and yeah, he might have a very short-lived career at this point with what they're doing. But
Yeah.
Yeah, you do have a few people going the Bears though. Um,
Bears is
in
probably the smart
Baltimore,
pick
so
here.
that turns me off from the Bears a little bit more than it would if it was in Chicago, but um, I don't know. Bears have 4 wins on the year and they're acting like they're making the playoffs. It's crazy to me. Like, congrats. You reached the win total for all 3 other NFC North teams last season by week 5. Like, congrats.
Yeah, Bears have played what 2, 3 pretty shitty teams the last couple of weeks. Like, congrats. You tried to give it away to the Saints.
Well, then the Commanders game, the only reason why they won that was because
A
the Commanders were
fumble.
being stupid and tried running out the clock and fumbled.
Yeah, they got lucky. Ravens back against the wall at home.
Yeah, there's
Block Nation, stand up.
like Brady mentioned too, there's no way that they're going to drop to 1-7 because you pretty much are out of playoff contention at that point once it's week 8. So don't think the Ravens are losing this game, but like I said, one of the few games this week that we have a pretty even-ish split on. One game that we don't have an even split on are the next 2 games, the Falcons and Dolphins. This is my other thing that I'm thinking of doing for the Survivor pool. Nelson, I know that you're also in the Survivor pool, so you're going to give away what you're thinking this week or no?
Um, I'm gonna be completely honest. I'm pretty sure I picked Atlanta.
I'm either picking Atlanta or Cincinnati,
I
but
already picked Cincy, so I can't take them.
fair. Yeah, Atlanta, it's in Atlanta too, so no shot the Dolphins win this. Not even with the MozPod curse of everyone picking them. I don't see a chance of it. Bills and Panthers. This game is in Charlotte, but also both these teams have 4 wins. But I also saw that Josh Allen has never lost 3 games in a row in his career, and I don't think it starts this week either. I think
Not
they
versus Andy Dalton.
Yeah, they Andy Dalton will be the starter for them. I think they're going to take it to Carolina. It might be a better game than I anticipate, but I don't know. The Bills, they need to prove that they're the top dog in the AFC again, so they're going to go freaking curb stomp them probably. As for an interesting game here, Houston and San Fran. Josh, you went Houston. I know
Yeah,
we
it's
both went
tough.
Houston Monday night too.
Yeah, I keep picking Houston. It's a tough pick. They're a tough watch on offense. It's absolutely gross. Um, yeah, I don't know, honestly. Seems like I would have to probably pick the Niners, but I figured everybody would be, so figured I might be able to sneak away and get a win on somebody, especially like a week like this where it's mostly chalky. So decided a little upset here. They are at home. I'm not sure who's starting. Is it still Mac for the Niners?
I think Purdy's like almost doubtful at this point again, I think.
Yeah,
I feel like they're gonna let Mac keep rolling until
Yeah, you
he
gotta you gotta roll with the
screws
hot
it up
hand
and
too.
loses.
yeah. I do think Texans defense they'll keep them in the game until the fourth quarter, and then eventually they end up breaking. But yeah, I don't know honestly. If Nico Collins doesn't play, which he's questionable from his concussion, certainly makes this even scarier. But I don't know. Houston at home. Seems like the Niners are kind of due to drop a game. They've been getting carried by CMC, so I feel like you shut down CMC, you can certainly cause issues for them. So will the Texans score on offense? They might not, but they could still win.
I'm not gonna lie, this is one of the games that I was also thinking of an upset, but after seeing that monstrosity of a Monday night game, oh my God, they had every chance to win that game, and they just didn't do anything with it. Oh, that was making me so angry watching that. I'm glad. See, okay, so I was only watching that game because I wanted stupid ass Cooper Kupp to get a reception so I would beat Brady. I'm not kidding you. This guy, so in our Dynasty League, it was all dependent on stupid Cooper Kupp. He scores 4 points on the play on the first drive, a 32-yard catch. Brady goes to bed. He's like, oh, I got this. They run a fucking trick play with Cooper Kupp throwing the ball, who has never someone had said that he has never played quarterback or he's never thrown the ball in the NFL. Very first pass he attempts, he throws a pick, which loses me 2 points and loses me that game. So I was watching the rest of the game to try to just see Cooper Kupp get a 10-yard reception to win. Never happened because Sam Darnold's a freaking dumbass and will only go for one read on every single play. I know you saw it as last year as a Vikings fan, Josh. But oh my God, he literally looks at JSN or nobody, or he goes and looks at freaking Arroyo, who that dude sucks. I don't know why you're throwing the ball to that guy at all. Fucker fumbled twice in that game, I'm pretty sure. And oh my God, that was just making me so mad. And Darnold looked like garbage. The Seahawks turned the ball over 4 times. I don't understand why on earth the Seahawks didn't just run the clock out the rest of the game too. They were like allowing the Texans so many opportunities late in that game to come back, and the Texans just suck. They just suck. And I know that Brady's gonna want to be on his high horse about Nico Collins now after seeing how atrocious that offense is when it's Dalton Schultz out there being the only one that can catch a freaking football. And then
At
that dude, huh?
19 ball. 19 ball Hutchinson
Yeah,
put some
Xavier
respect.
Hutchinson, they should have been throwing at him more, but instead they were throwing at that freaking Noel guy and then Jaden Higgins too. And I'm like, dude, what are you doing? And then Dalton Schultz got hurt twice on a drive too. And I'm like, what are we doing out here? But yes, I that is I'm probably never going to pick the Texans again after watching that game because that angered me so much. Just like if I was a fan of either one of those teams, I would have turned the TV off before the game was over, probably. If I didn't have any fantasy implications in that game, that TV would have been off and I would have went to bed because that game just, most disgusting game I've watched the entire season. And I watched the Dolphins and Browns game too. So, Brady, now that my rant is done, congrats on your fantasy win, the most BS fantasy win I've ever seen, probably. I was really considering going in as the commissioner and not allowing players to lose points as position skill players if they throw picks, but I'm not a crooked commish like our beloved Dylan Gross is, so Brady, you got anything to say about Nico Collins since I know you want to?
I'm just glad I didn't watch any more of that game than I did based on your reaction to it. It must have been shit.
Oh, it was god awful. Literally the worst thing I've watched the entire NFL season.
Yeah.
Um, let's see. So a few weeks ago, the Giants beat the Eagles, and I think Bush was the only one that picked the Giants in that game. Cooper's going to be the only one picking the Giants in this one. The game is at Lincoln Financial, which obviously changes things. Giants coming off the most embarrassing loss in Giants history, letting up 33 points in the fourth quarter to the Broncos to lose 33-32. But is anyone surprised no one else went? The Giants besides Cooper, who's just trying to catch up out of the basement right now.
Um, Not really. Giants got him once. This one's in Lincoln Financial. Yeah, I don't really see a world where the Giants beat Philly twice. Jalen Carter's back. Quinion Mitchell's back. Yeah, I don't see a world that happens.
I'm
Yeah.
not really seeing it either. I don't know. I'd love to
Yeah.
see it happen, but
Carter being back mixed with it being in Philly. I I could see this being a game where Saquon gets right and has about 100 yards in the first half.
Brady, who you taking in the hole? Cam Scattaboo or Jalen Carter?
Jalen Carter would swallow him.
Oh, kind of shocking to say that.
I don't know why I got pegged as the uh, MozPod Scattaboo guy, but that is not true.
You know who is the Scattaboo guy though? Josh Nelson.
True.
Yeah, probably.
Probably hated him running all over Texas in the Big 12 ship.
Probably the only game he's ever seen him play.
Speaking of not watching your favorite teams, Nelson, Patriots and Browns. Let's hear your little parade since it's been 8 weeks now and you haven't seen you on the Moz Pod. and I've been shitting on the Patriots and Drake May almost every week. But let's hear what
I,
you have to say about your beloved.
it's I, not quite good to be back, but I'm glad they're not ass anymore. Glad Vrabel's made a culture change and Drake May's showing out. I do think they've got some pretty inflated numbers based on the competition they've played recently, but I think they'll be a solid team this year. Definitely not going to stay this hot.
Will
Did
they
that?
make the playoffs?
Yeah.
Yeah, I did
Yep.
see
I
their.
had them as a playoff team to begin the year.
I saw their next like 6 weeks. If they don't go like 6-0 or at least 5-1, yikes!
Yeah,
Because
they'll
those teams suck.
they'll drop a game or two that they shouldn't. I'm fully prepared for them to lose to Atlanta here in 2 weeks when I'm out in Boston with Gross, but that'd be.
What are your thoughts on Trayvon Henderson being RB3 on their team?
I don't get that. I wasn't huge on him coming out of college. I like Judkins more, but I don't see why they're giving Ramondre as much work as they are, especially now that Gibson's hurt.
Do you think Judkins runs all over that defense this game? Because he does look
No,
like pretty good stud for the Browns so far this year.
no, they're. I'm pretty sure I saw a stat. The Pats haven't allowed a 50-yard rusher all year, so I don't see that changing.
Hmm. Interesting.
How's that food, Tim?
It's pretty good. I didn't eat at work, so I'm slurping some cup of noodles right now, as you can.
Nice. I wish this game was in the fucking dog pound.
I know if it was in the dog pound, wow,
God,
I would be riding Cleveland this week.
for sure. It's gonna be a gritty, low-scoring game, I feel like, for sure.
I need to know what the weather's going to be like too, because if it's like a rain game, I might switch my pick to the Browns right now.
True.
Nelson, do you have the weather forecast, or we need Dylan on
I'm looking.
that?
Give me a second.
What else can we talk about? Not
Too
much
bad we
else to
don't have
talk
some
about.
like filler sponsors in here that we could.
Yeah, any local businesses out there in the Midwest area feel like being put on and getting good advertisement, let our boy Timothy Froehlich know. We'll put you on.
Yeah,
If only we knew a
logo on
business
the screen
owner.
and everything. What'd you say, Nelson?
If only we knew a business owner that could go for some sponsorship.
Not sure who
Doesn't
you're
quite.
referring to.
I don't know who he's talking
Uh,
about either.
the good
Oh,
old Heston.
Heston.
Yeah,
I
Oh,
was gonna say, yeah.
true.
Shout out Heston though. He was listening to my play-by-play for St. James the other day. Josh,
I'll
you were
try to put in a
doing
good
that,
word.
yeah.
I was also listening. It was great. I told my dad I was listening to Tim call a game, and then the next day he said, "How was Tim's game?" And I was like, "What do you mean?" He's like, "Well, did he do a good job?" And I'm like, "Well, sure." There was a blowout, and he was just saying whatever we told him to say.
Yeah, that was pretty awful of a game to call. Can't lie.
looking like a forecast for Boston on Sunday is no rain, low wind, 50 degrees. So
Is it cloudy?
probably, I don't know, it's a noon kickoff.
I'm sure
Yeah,
the clouds will affect the fucking game.
hey, they might if they wear all those all brown uniforms that are sponsored by Dude Wipes. That's a good combination right there. All right, so then we'll move on from that game. Nelson got his little input of his beloved Patriots. Too bad Dylan's not on here, his closet Patriots team. Josh, I need to know this nice vaunted NFC South matchup that almost always ends in overtime. Are you seeing overtime this game, or you thinking
I
that
am.
that's
I am
Mercedes
kind of
end
envisioning
zone?
an overtime or a game winner, as you like you said, divisional game on the road for the Bucks. This seems like a fucking grit ball game. I don't know who's catching passes for Tampa. Yeah, New Orleans is kind of salty. They're probably, what did you say? They're the best one win team. I definitely agree with that.
Uh,
Um,
they're definitely
yeah,
not the best one-win team.
well, if you want to count Baltimore, I don't even count them. Their quarterback was hurt. Um,
He was
yeah,
healthy for
Yeah, there's
four
a
of the
there's a big
games.
asterisk by
yeah,
Baltimore.
there's still an asterisk on it. You can't lie. But in New Orleans, it's the only time you can pick New Orleans. I feel like it had to be done here. Also, another one, like I said,
Gosh,
it's a chalky ass week.
you're
What?
just getting hungry to take that lead away from Caden, aren't
Dude,
you?
I know. It's a chalky ass week. You gotta scope in on that rifle and find those upsets. You gotta pick them and choose them. Who knows? They'll probably fucking lose by 30 now that I'm saying this, but I believe in New Orleans in Rattleball. Maybe a little Devin Neal put on action is what I'm thinking.
Hey, you did catch up to Caden one game this past week. The only thing is you can only tie him this week now that I'm looking at it.
Chip, chip, chip away.
But I don't know if you'll get the win here, but you'll at least get the cover because that's what I do. Anytime that I pick New Orleans, they cover for me. But like I said, we're not a betting pod. We're straight pick 'em. So I see who oh, it was Davis had also picked the Saints. I was kind of tempted to pick them, but they're also just one of those teams I picked too many times this year. Now I'm like, I'll save it for another week. I'm sure they'll play some shitter down the road like Carolina that I'll choose them against instead. Um, Tampa, I don't know. It's hard to pick against them just because Baker has had his back against the wall all year with injuries, and yet he's still gone out there and performed. Last week was about the only week where he didn't look as good, but it's like, dude, Mike Evans broke his collarbone in that game after just returning after being out for what, 3 or 4 weeks. And now gonna have a little Tez Johnson put on. Emeka Egbuka is gonna be back. Brady is a big fan of him. I mean, I guess he was back last week, but
He's definitely still banged up though. He doesn't look
yeah,
100%.
yeah.
Yeah.
I think Tez Johnson and Sterling Shepard are their only receivers that are at 100%. I don't even know if Sterling Shepard is.
Um, this isn't relevant to what you were saying, but I know we're not a betting pod, but I would just like to say I'm currently 60 and 45 against the spread this year, 95th percentile on ESPN. That's literally better than fucking Cooper's dumbass picking straight up. That's fucking embarrassing.
Ooh, tough look for Koopy. That is Koopy poopy right now. That's very tough. Um, Brady, do you want to say anything about Emeka Egbuka?
Not necessarily about him, but Bucks have been in a lot of close games, and they just lost a tough one on Monday night. I could see this being a get right spot, and they just ream the Saints.
Are you
I
Oh,
feel I feel like Baker's due for a 300-yard, four touchdown masterclass. Get himself
you're
right
riding
back up at
high
the
right
top of
now
that.
on your Baker MVP pick that everyone is kind of laughing about at the beginning of the year, but yet he's looking like the front runner.
Yeah. I liked that pick a lot more before last week, but hopefully he can get it back on track. They've got a real easy end to the schedule, so hopefully they can tear it up.
I'd
yeah, I
still
was
put him as the front runner. I don't care if he plays the Lions and doesn't look that good. It's the freaking Lions at Ford Field. What do you want from him?
yeah, no, okay. I'm a Baker fan. It's hard not to be. Baker's a hooper. He's a gangster. But he was missing a lot of throws last week. I don't know. Might be a little injury. Who knows? He would play through it. We all know he would. But he was missing some throws, so there's a chance that he's a little off again this week.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it's a
that's all I gotta say.
possibility.
Yeah, Saints are a good get right week though.
I don't
It's a
know,
decent
Brady.
point. Not in New Orleans.
The
Not
Saints
in
almost
New
beat your
Orleans.
Patriots like 2 weeks ago.
Yep, and they almost beat the Bears too. That didn't almost win as a loss. So
Unless it's a tie, then it's a tie. Just like the
okay,
Packers and Cowboys. Still mad about that one. They keep saying, oh, the Packers are one of the only one-loss teams. Now, just count it as two losses. Get freaking Matt LaFleur off the play calling, count it as two losses.
We'll
Um,
get to the Packers, Tim. We'll get there.
yeah, I have
Yeah, if we want to talk
about
about
this game.
close games with shit teams.
Hey, the Vikings got praised for it years ago when they won like 14 games in a year and like 10 of them were one score games. So,
And then they got stomped by Daniel Jones and the Giants. So
Josh pretty silent after that. I needed to see if he was muted or not.
No, I got nothing to say. That was embarrassing. What was that, 4 years ago now?
You know what's also embarrassing? The Tennessee
Pickle.
Titans. Oh my God.
Yeah.
Anyone see any chance that this is where the Colts fall off?
I
No.
mean, out of
What do
all
you
the
think
games,
this spread is for this game, both of you?
12 and a half.
Tim?
I was gonna say 16.5, but I feel like that's way too large.
14 and a half. So
Oh,
you're
me neither,
you're
Brady.
pretty
Look
close.
at
Yeah.
that.
I don't know. I could see the Titans with it being a divisional game, and Daniel Jones hasn't gone full Daniel Jones yet this year, so
I know we're all waiting for that moment.
the shoe could drop at some point.
We're all
I'm
waiting for
Yeah.
sure.
that Daniel
I'm sure
Jones
they're gonna
moment to
wait
be.
until I use my survivor pick on them.
Yeah, that's kind of what I'm thinking too, because this is another game where you could totally use the Colts for the survivor, but it's like, nah, they get to play the Texans and they get to play the Titans, so like, nah. And I think I was actually gonna pick them in a few weeks from now. I can't remember who they were playing, but um, also is Rookie of the Year like general consensus right now, Emeka Egbuka? Because it's certainly not Cam Ward, and I don't think it's Ashton Jeanty.
Mm, could be
Judkins
Dart.
probably has a case.
Who did he say?
Judkins.
Judkins.
Oh yeah, Judkins, Scatabo. Um,
Warren probably has a little bit of a case. He's been pretty
yeah,
consistent.
could be Warren for sure.
Hmm.
I'd say it's pretty wide open, honestly.
Yeah. Um, let's see. This is probably America's game of the week here. Denver and Dallas. Another game that we're pretty evenly split on. Brady, you went Dallas. Josh, Denver. I also went Denver. I solely picked this game because it was in Denver pretty much, and I expect Dak to probably throw two picks in this game against that defense. Um, Denver's offense is very questionable, but at the same time, a questionable offense can still score on a shitty defense. So that's why I'm going Denver. Also, just like the fact that it's in Denver at Mile High. I'm a big home field advantage guy. So, Josh, I see you nodding. You're thinking the same thing.
Yep. Me and you both normally agree. We like home teams, no doubt about it. Yeah, stylistically, like you said, it's really kind of a tough matchup for the Cowboys. Denver's got the DBs to shut down those explosive receivers. So, yeah, and I don't think the Cowboys can get a stop. Yeah, they looked good last week, but do you really trust them? No, you don't. Some people seem to do, but I trust their offense. But when you're playing a really good defense like Denver has, they're gonna have to really run the ball and kind of control the clock. I don't see them doing that. They like to just kind of play willy-nilly, do whatever the fuck you want. But it'll be a close game, I think. But yeah, I trust Denver's defense way more. I think I've said this a few times now. Whenever I'm undecided, I always lean on the better defense.
It's factual. So, Nelson, why are you going Dallas in this?
I think Dak's been playing lights out the last couple weeks. I had the Broncos as my disappointment team, and they were a epic fourth quarter collapse from the Giants way from losing to them. I don't know. If you let the Giants score 30, I think the Cowboys might score 50. That defense, I think, is a little bit overrated.
But Demarius Thomas came back alive in that game. This is the
Yeah,
spirit of
we can
Demarius
chalk
Thomas.
we can chalk it up to that being a DT game. The spirit of DT won in that game. I think Dak makes this defense look a lot more average than Jackson Dart. It'll help. Dak probably won't be throwing it directly to linebackers half the game.
I bet Nelson is just doing this and clapping his hands at the thought of a Jamal or Javante Williams revenge game here, aren't you?
Oh,
I
fuck.
I didn't even think about that. I was just thinking that Pickens is going to bully the hell out of that. Was it Riley Moss, their number 2 corner?
What would you
I
do?
guess
Would you
I
stick
guess CD is
PS2 on
back, yeah.
CD, or would you tell and then double George, or would you stick PS2 on George and just double CD?
I stick PS2 on George, to be honest.
That would be my vote as well.
Yeah, I don't know. I
I'm
think you pay PS2 to fucking you pay him the big bucks to go shut down CD, keep a safety over top of George. I think we're cooking with fire there. Honestly, you were more worried about Jake Turd Ferguson. He's actually been a beast this
True.
year. Tim knows he's on his fantasy team. Um, so he'll probably play good again, but I expect the
Like that,
Cowboys
Josh.
on Wisconsin. They look real good this year. You should probably take that off. Yeah, I expect the Cowboys offensive line, they've looked pretty good, even though they've been beat up, but I expect the game here to they'll look below average in this game.
Josh, that's why this is an NFL pod and not an NCAA because my alma mater and my favorite team are the two worst teams in FBS right now. So
Truly.
no
yeah,
lies
I
detected.
agree with Josh though. You gotta cover Ferguson more than anybody on that offense at this point. He is he is absolutely torching teams all year. I think last week he had like 7 receptions for 26 yards and yet 2 touchdowns. So I mean, the numbers may not look good. The fantasy numbers do look damn good, and it's efficient play, apparently. If he's sitting there just picking up those first downs like that, just always open. I mean, 7 catches for a tight end is just crazy to begin with, but
Helps they got to
Um,
drop 4 DBs in coverage on CD and Pickens every play.
yeah, but he's been cooking all year, even with CD out though.
That's true.
I have a question. This is kind of relevant. Do we have any thoughts on the Sean Payton Russell Wilson beef?
Okay, so I didn't actually see what Sean Payton said, but I saw Wilson's clapback, and I was surprised that like Wilson would actually talk any shit. Like,
He
I mean,
doesn't
it's
give a
like
shit anymore.
the most mild shit talk you've ever seen, but what did Sean Payton say?
He said he spoke with John Mara, the Giants owner. He said they still have a close relationship or some bullshit. But he said he spoke with them and said, "Yeah, we were really hoping to not see that rookie quarterback until way after we played." Basically, just saying he wanted to play Russell Wilson. I'm like, all right, buddy.
Damn.
Nothing
Nelson,
says you're a
I
nothing
want to
says
know
you're a
Nelson's
super
thoughts
secure.
on it.
Sounds like a real secure coach taking shots at the backup of the team
He
they just
actually,
beat.
I think he truly hates Russell Wilson deep down in his heart. He actually hates him.
Should be fourth string in that quarterback room low key. I think you need to have Jameis over him and bring back Tommy Cutlets.
Yeah, Cutlets is in New England.
Oh, is he for New England's third
I
string now?
believe he's their third stringer, or he's their practice squad guy.
Wow, I'm kind of jealous. Brady, are you a big Tommy Cutlets
Me
guy?
too. Tommy
I,
Cutlets,
I
come to
genuinely
Minnesota.
hope I genuinely hope he never sees the field in New England.
Um, so then here's what I'm most excited for. Aaron Rodgers' return against Green Bay. It's in Pittsburgh, but
Oh,
wish
you
this game was
picked
at
Pittsburgh.
Lambeau. And it's like much less anticlimactic being in Pittsburgh instead of a return to Green Bay. But ultimately, the Packers haven't won in Pittsburgh since the 1970s, and I don't see that changing this week. I think Rodgers officially will join the club of beating all 32 teams now that he's going to play his former team. So that's why I picked the Steelers. Also, the Packers, ugh, unless they're scoring 27 points, they're not winning any games this year. You guys notice that? I'm sure you haven't as non-Packers fans. But anytime that they do score 27, they've won their games 4 times this year. But every other time, nope, they're not winning. But Jordan Love is 27 years old. Aaron Rodgers was 27 when he won a Super Bowl, and so was Brett Favre. So if you're into numerology like that, there you go. But Josh, you picked I don't know, you both picked the Packers, and the Packers fan did not.
Yeah, the
Interesting.
more I think about this game, the more I think I kind of want to pick the fucking Steelers.
You should have
They're
picked the
just,
Steelers because it would have been your chance at getting ahead of Caden.
I know, I didn't realize he was fucking picking the Packers, but the Steelers are just gonna run out their fucking 14 personnel, all four tight ends they fucking have, and Micah Parsons won't see a single all game long. He'll be going against Darnell Washington. Uh, yeah, the more I think about it, the more I kind of want to pick the Steelers, but their defense is so overhyped. It's supposed to be so good for no reason. They're not actually. They'll let up 200 yards rushing to Josh Jacobs. Um, yeah, I don't really care if this is at home,
How
even
how
though,
big of
like
a
I
factor
said,
do you think Tucker Kraft will be in this game?
well, Tucker Kraft's a good ass tight end.
Tucker Kraft is the best pass catcher the Packers have right now, in my opinion, with Reed out.
Hmm.
Mm,
If they
mm.
He's
take more shots to Matthew Golden, I'd seriously say Matthew Golden's actually like their best receiver. Right now, it's looking like Romeo Dobbs is, but yes, I agree that Kraft is a damn good pass catcher. He's a very underrated tight end.
Watson supposed to be back, what, this week,
Watson
next week?
Watson is supposed to be back this week. Yeah,
I feel like that could take some of the shine off of Golden.
yeah, that's true. Both speedsters out there. If only
Yeah,
Jaden Reed was out there as well, the Packers offense could be freaking cooking then. But
yeah. Just hold on, Timmy. You got like 2 more weeks till Toyotathon.
true.
You know,
Then
this is
Then you can say the Packers have already won the Super Bowl, Josh. It's over. You don't need to watch the rest of the season. You can start watching your precious players in the NBA fixing their own games.
Yeah, well, there's been two NBA games tonight. First one, double overtime. This one's just going in overtime right now as well. And like you said, I haven't been watching since week two. I haven't watched a single NFL game because the season's over. So I don't know how I'm doing so good.
Well, he must have seen the Cardinals last week, only singling Micah Parsons and seeing him just absolutely terrorize Jacoby Brissett, not
I
getting
will say,
every single play. Nelson, I know I sent that to you on Instagram. You saw the proof now of that man just getting held and just mauled every single play, every single pass rush by him.
I mean, you could find super cuts like that for a lot of guys, but I'm glad you were able to send me that one.
Josh, you sounded like you had something to say again.
yep. As we said, I think what 3 weeks ago now, the Cardinals are always going to be frisky versus these good teams, but they'll find a way to lose like they always do.
I also love how that Hail Mary was caught 4 yards out of bounds. That was kind of funny. Like Zay Jones or someone caught that. I was like, what the hell? Since when was
Shout out Zay Jones. Didn't realize he was still in the league
I
until
know I
last week.
said, since when the hell is he a Cardinal?
Yeah,
But Brady, this is one of the few weeks I've ever seen you pick the Packers in like a game that's not, one way. So why did you pick the Packers against Aaron Rodgers?
The Steelers are not a good team. Packers are a good team. That's pretty much what it boiled down to.
Someone clip that. Chat clip that. Brady just said the Packers are a good team.
Good, not great. Good.
Are they better than the Patriots?
Yeah,
Oh, wow. Nelson, I love this growth that you've shown.
currently at least. For this season, I'll give you that much.
Fair
I
enough.
I feel like they both have the same postseason ceiling though. Win around maybe two, then get smoked.
Also, I shit on Mike Tomlin so much, but I'm thinking to myself, as I'm looking at my record and what I've been going the last few weeks, I've gone 8-7 with the stupid ass picks that I've done I'm thinking I am literally white Mike Tomlin, aka Jeff Fisher. I kind
No,
of am it right now.
Cooper's Jeff Fisher.
No, no, no.
Consistently just under 500.
Jeff Fisher is white Mike Tomlin. We all know this. Cooper is like, oh, what is he right now?
Tough to find a shitty coach that
Mike Pettin or something. He's pretty bad right now.
Bob Sala.
Jim Bob Cooter. I don't know what you want to actually compare Cooper to, but yeah, Cooper, you need to get out of the basement. This is terrible. But yeah, let's see. Mariota is already named starter for Monday Night Football, which Cooper also went with the Commanders.
It's laughable at this
He could
point,
have
huh?
just went Chiefs, and we would have at least had a chance for a MozPod curse on this one. And he'd probably get a
Yeah,
win anyway. Like, come on. What is he doing right now?
Coop's trying too hard to get out of last.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I don't think there's any other reason you pick Washington or the Jets. I guess he is a Jets fan. Never mind.
yeah, but like last week, I mean, he was almost right with the Cardinals against the Packers, but there was something else last week that I was like, why the hell is he picking them? I don't remember who it was, but it was definitely wrong. But still, no one's done as bad as Devin has on a week, going what 4-12 or whatever it was. But Devin has crawled his way out of the basement, so shout out to him. Bye weeks this week. We got Rams, Raiders, Jags, Cardinals, Seahawks, and Lions. I think this is the week that has the most buys out of any of them. So Packers and Vikings both done with their bye weeks now. So now we have to suffer watching them play the rest of the year as fans. Josh suffered tonight for sure. Actually, he didn't watch much of the game, so I guess you can't suffer that much, but
I will say I watched a little bit on my phone, and there was a Chargers fan, super Chargers fan, also watching, jerking off Herbert and Joel the whole time. Just made me sick to my stomach.
was it the implant girl?
No, but I wish I could meet her sometime. Shout out Implant Girl if you're listening to this pod. Um, please hit me up.
All right. Well, we
Uh,
got anything else to say?
I did just see a headline come across. Gino did just throw his second pick to the bye week. So
We can bring up Gino. They're down by 21 and he's 6 for 8. What the fuck do you want him to do, man?
Also, Brady, have you got any ads on Instagram or Snapchat?
no, thankfully this pod hasn't fully gone viral yet. We don't need that kind of attention.
I want to say something to our listeners. I thought I believed in you guys, our loyal listeners. I thought I trusted you guys. You were supposed to go send crude messages to Nelson's Snapchat. What are we doing, people? Come on.
Yeah, we've been dropping in viewership, and I don't know why. I guess those Tuesday night pods just really
People are watching on Tuesdays,
Tuesday
and we
nights
love
just
the energy, Tuesday energy, but we got to transfer it over each day. Come on, people.
love the Tuesday energy coming off out of the out of the Monday Night Football game, even though we do hardly any recapping. It's just all a look forward to it, but yeah. Got to listen to Josh, viewers. I know the two loyal ones, Hunter, whatever your name is, and the other guy. I can't remember what his name is either, but two of them were definitely every week watchers. They haven't been commenting recently, but maybe Cooper's abysmal picks will bring in someone saying something about them, you would think.
Oh, I forgot to mention, if you are listening, we know there's a lot of you out there, the true loyal MozPod fans. Don't be afraid to give a little like, comment on the video. Please, come on.
Yeah, I should really just chop this thing up and start posting on TikTok. That'll get us more viewers,
You
but
should. Hey, if you made it this far into the video, how are you not gonna fucking like it? Come on, people.
all right, well, we'll be back next week for the official midway point of the NFL season. Josh is going to be back next week like he always is. Brady, This might be the start of something beautiful with Brady Nelson on here. Week to week.
Is the start of something new.
All right.